If you had an AI that could predict the future, what would you ask it? I'm part of a team that built an AI agent that makes predictions about the future. It's done really well in competition, and when we demo it to people, they really seem to enjoy playing with it. So I'll show it to you too. Hello and welcome. So what we're looking at here is what's called a multi-AI oracle. This is a piece of software that takes a question from a user or from an external source, such as the competition on Metaculus. I'll drop information in the comments in the description below. So what it does is it takes a question and it sends it off to a series of different frontier model AIs, and from that it produces a prediction about whether or not the question will happen or not. So in this case, we're talking about a question that is of pressing concern to everybody up here in Canada, which is, will there be a federal election in Canada in the first half of 2025? Into this in already to save time and clicking. If you have any other information you want to add, to pass along to assist in answering. So in this case, I've added that there have been 2 cabinet member resignations in recent days, leading to questions about the stability of the current government. I'm going to hit return and see what it does. First thing it does is it tries to get information off of the internet. And what that does is it provides information necessary to make decisions that are not in the training data set of the AIs. Reason why is because most of these AIs supposedly only have training data up to about last year, and therefore they wouldn't know about anything that's happened recently. Let's see, lots of news here. So we summarize it first. That's an effort to try and get rid of biases. And then we fact check it and we ask it for both whether it's internally and externally consistent, and also we ask whether or not it's relevant, because sometimes you'll have things that kind of wind up in the news feed that are, I guess, vaguely relevant to the topic because they're in the news feed, but they're not relevant. And once we get back our fact check, what we'll do is we'll summarize it again and try and get a relatively unbiased piece of information that we can pass along to the AIs to let them know, the context of what's going on here. This speaks a bit about the resignation yesterday of the finance minister and deputy prime minister, as well as the housing minister. The facts of politics in our next door neighbors in the U.S. is obviously relevant as well in this case. So here we have a fact check summary. OpenAI is giving a base rate of 0.3, 30%, and that basically speaks to the fact that elections typically in Canada happen every 4 years. So it's unusual for an election to happen prior to the time frame when it's expected. So here we have results back from the bots. They're saying 35%. And the summary says, the potential for early Canadian federal elections in the first half of 2025 is examined through the lens of recent political events and historical precedents. Although 2 recent cabinet resignations suggest some political instability, several factors point against a significant likelihood of an early election. The current government term extends until late 2025. There's an existing Liberal NDP stability agreement until June of 2025. And historically, Canadian governments serve close to their full terms unless faced with major crises. I think this would count as a major crisis, but we'll see. Continuing, however, the prediction could be challenged if political instability escalates further with more resignations, a breakdown of the Liberal NDP agreement, or a major scandal or crisis that undermines the government, leading to a strategic decision by the Prime Minister to call an early election. While the probability of an early election slightly exceeds the historical base rate due to current circumstances, It remains relatively low without substantial new developments. There you have it. I don't know if I would take that. I think I would probably go a little higher, maybe like 50, 60%, just because it just sort of feels like it, and I don't think that's something that an AI can really figure out. But the accuracy of these things obviously varies, and it depends a lot on topical, what topic it's discussing. So in particular, like, let's say you run several hundred questions in a contest. This thing will, on average, do pretty well, but the individual questions may or may not get it right. Anyway, I hope you find this interesting. If there are particular questions that you'd like to see this thing run against, please drop them in the comments below. And otherwise, I will talk to you soon. If you enjoyed this content, please don't forget to hit like and the notification bell. It will really help. Please let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching.